Hi friends, welcome to the Wild Side. I'm Steve Hall.
And I'm Annette. I hope you don't mind me joining you again. I just really wanted to tell you about this story. It's been the dream of so many children, especially those of us who grew up in the 60s and 70s. If you ever read the book Misty of Chincoteague by Marguerite Henry, saw the 1961 movie, which just happened to be the year that I was born, or treasured the collectible, then you know all about Heart's Desires.
When I was a little girl, I fell in love with Chincoteague ponies. Lived with my grandparents, and I read the book Misty of Chincoteague. And when I read this book, I wanted to be the little girl Marine because she lived with her grandparents and she had a pony and I did not. So at the age of 52, I finally got my first Chincoteague pony, Twinkie. We sold our house, bought a farm, and even before we closed, we bought 2 horses. I work full-time as a nurse practitioner.
It's a long way from McEwen, Tennessee to Chincoteague, Virginia, but Denny and Teresa Hemphill have been here so many times, it feels like home.
I think this is number 7.
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
I think it's 7.
It's easy to lose track when time seems to stand still in a place you've always dreamed of going.
As a little girl, I always wanted to come here. The first time we came, we didn't come during Pony Penning Week. We came a few weeks before, but it just kind of escalated.
The reason people keep coming back here the last week in July for the world-famous Pony Penning Week is the indelible imprint made by Misty of Chincoteague.
I think it's one of the few movies that has exemplified a tradition that has stood the test of time, and it stood the test of time year after year after year.
Grandpa, is it true about the Spanish galleon and the wild ponies? Or is it just a legend like some people say it is?
Of course it's true. Why, every one of these ponies in these herds out here are direct descendants of those Spanish horses.
The book and movie tell how wild ponies escaped a Spanish galleon shipwrecked off the coast of Assateague, and how tragic fires on the island of Chincoteague prompted the 1924 formation of a volunteer fire company. Those volunteers utilized a little local carnival and the sale of wild ponies to finance their equipment. It's still the way they raise money so as not to burden their residents with a fire tax.
I think one of the reasons we love coming here so much is because when you come here, it's so relaxing and people make you feel so welcome.
And if you walk down Main Street and took the modern cars off the streets, you would think you were in the 50s.
And it truly is. It's like stepping back in time, like when people were so kind to each other, everyone wanted to help each other, and everybody was smiling and just happy. And you know, in today's society, we don't have a lot of that. So it's nice to come back to that every time.
Those memories are made generation after generation, but it's the wild ponies of Assateague that really draw you to Chincoteague.
I think for me, not having a pony as a little girl and always wanting one and watching Misty of Chincoteague, I wanted to do that as a little girl. So being able to live this dream now as an adult, I mean, how many people can say that their childhood dream comes true?
The dream of buying a wild Chincoteague pony and bringing it back to Tennessee has come true for Denny and Teresa Hemphill 5 times.
We have Twinkie, Beauty, Marlin, Prince, Bobby's Girl.
That's it, that's fine.
That's right, yeah.
This incredible place of wild ponies is so captivating they couldn't possibly keep it to themselves, so they share their adventure with Teresa's umbrella cockatoo, Cherokee, and Denny's sister, Karen Dillahay.
She's been here 3 times, I think 3 times.
This is my 4th time.
And now that she has her own Chincoteague pony, it means even more, I think.
Marlin's legacy, a little Palomino paint born on the island of Assateague in the summer of 2017, was a surprise to Karen. He was at the pony auction, but didn't realize Denny was bidding.
Thanks to Teresa, I have learned to ride a horse. Before we came up on this trip, I was able to get on him bareback. So it's very exciting at my age to have learned something brand new, and thanks to them, I'll always be grateful.
Gratitude is in great supply here on the island of Chincoteague, where Teresa's pony Twinkie was the 2016 fan favorite.
I know had we not started coming when we did, I would not have gotten Twinkie. I don't know that I could ever find one like him ever again. You never know the feeling that you're going to get by something like that, especially something living. And Twinkie definitely has, well, he's changed our world. You know, we lived in a subdivision, we bought a house, we sold a house, we bought a farm, and then we bought a bigger farm because we were going to get more ponies. Who does that at this age? We're supposed to be downsizing, not upsizing.
They call it Chincoteague Pony Fever, and the Hemp Hills have it.
Being able to come here and enjoy this as an adult, yes, I don't have the energy that I had when I was 12. However, it's that excitement and just, I don't know, just feeling like, you know, I belong here. I should have been here years ago, but I guess there was a reason. God had a plan for me, and it wasn't 20 years ago. It's time now for you to be here.
Well, that's only the automatic lighthouse. We can see it from the farm. Grandpa says there's no one here but the birds and some wild ponies. Come on, let's go.
Where are you going?
To explore.
The sun is just beginning to set over the island of Assateague as we step out onto the beach Sunday evening. It's a chance to take a moment, grab a group photo, and strategize where we all want to be before we see the sun again. Our Wildside crew this unprecedented week consists of Steve and me, our son Ezekiel, and his girlfriend Molly Montgomery. And our family, maybe like yours, we refer to it as all hands on deck. Over the next few days, we will immerse ourselves in these islands and all the activities. We've been studying the schedule, but Denny and Teresa Hemphill have it committed to memory.
I think now it's comfortable because we know the island and we kind of know the layout, and since we've been before, we know certain things are going to happen, and so that part's exciting. And it's not like coming into something new where you don't know what to expect. We know Pony Penny is going to happen. We know we're going to go to this auction. We know we're going to do all these things.
It will be here on Assateague early Monday morning, where thousands will gather to see the annual beach walk. It's part of the exciting process leading up to Wednesday and the world-famous Wild Pony Swim.
We know the horses now, so we know we want to, certain horses we'd like to see, and before we didn't know them. They were just all wild ponies.
Teresa urged me to choose a favorite before we ever left Tennessee, though she did nudge me to carefully consider the sire Surfer's Riptide. He's the father to two of the Hemphill's 5 Chincoteague ponies.
Our favorite stallion is Riptide. He is the favorite, and not because he is Twinkie's dad.
And Beauty.
And Beauty's, but just because he's just an awesome stallion. He always looks like that his hair is just absolutely
He
amazing.
looks like Fabio.
Yeah, we call him the Fabio of Chincoteague ponies because his mane always looks so great.
Poring over all the pictures published by DSC Photography, I finally settled on Secret Feathers Filly. I didn't know it at the time, but she's a full sibling to Beauty and a half sibling to Twinkie. What we also didn't know is that we would get an advanced and somewhat emotional opportunity to see her.
In the beginning, it didn't matter, but it matters a lot now.
These particular foals are too young to swim between the islands, so the world-famous saltwater cowboys brought them into the southern corrals on Saturday for everyone to see.
I have a few on the radar that look really promising.
She's been looking at all of them.
Ponies and people are inseparable on this island, so we also count on Teresa and Denny to help us make all the right connections.
Denise is one of these people that she just kind of grabs you in and talks to you, and she informs you about certain things. And if you're going to be involved with pony penning or any aspect here in Chincoteague, she is the go-to person, so you've got to get to know her.
The Volunteer Firemen's Carnival, as legendary as everything else here, is where we find Denise Bowden. And there's no doubt she knows these pony people from Tennessee.
It means so much to us to have people like Teresa and Denny come here for this event. They choose to spend their hard-earned money, their vacation time to come here, and they could go anywhere else in the whole wide world, but they choose to come here, support our fire department, support the economy of our little town here, and to see people continue to love this event. It means everything to us.
The Saltwater Cowboys are the backbone of this operation, and it's the only way it can get done.
A public relations representative for the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company, Denise also holds the coveted title as the only saltwater cowgirl in the country.
Don't they ever let girls ride in the roundup?
Oh, now you'll have plenty to do helping prepare the food.
But I can ride as good as Paul. Don't you think I can, Grandpa?
Well, that has nothing to do with it. Women folk ain't allowed to ride on the roundup.
It took me a long time to get here. I've been in this fire company for a little over 30 years, and it was only until about 4 years ago that I actually got to get on horseback. It's definitely a good old boys club. I say that with the utmost respect to them because it's their tradition, it's their background, it's what they live for 1 week out of the year. It does make me feel good that they've accepted me over the last 30 years. When I first got in this fire company, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I was the only female back then. And to be in the positions that I've been in with this fire company, I was the first female president of the fire company, first female ambulance driver, first female firefighter, first female carnival chairman. It makes me feel good. I hope that I have opened the door for some of the younger girls that have now coming in, but it has taken a lot of hard work. It's taken a lot of time away from other things that I would have probably done, but I wouldn't change anything.
Change is not very popular in this place where everyone can count on late nights and early mornings. I told you we would be back on the beach before we saw the sun again. We are here with a few thousand new friends, all waiting to see the saltwater cowboys bring the northern herd south along the Atlantic Ocean.
It's so much bigger than I imagined.
A baby! Looky! Looky, this is so big!
I think that was the one that kept trying to swim. Oh, look, there's one back there. In the back of the car.
They'll wind their way through the National Wildlife Refuge and eventually meet up with the ponies from the southern herd. It heightens the excitement on an island where even our hotel is promoting the wild ponies for out-of-town guests who are beginning to gather.
We're doing our social tonight, so it's a pony swim social. We've got food, drinks, and we have a pony that's included as well.
He came across 22 years ago in a swim. We've had him ever since then. He's a golden palomino, very sweet horse. He does tricks. He's broke to ride. And he's just a perfect pony.
This is to boost our island's creativity, so right now what we're doing is just boosting the pony swim for 2022. We actually had a huge outcome for tonight, and we were going to expect like a little bit less, but it ended up working out really well.
It also works out really well for us to go back to the carnival grounds and get one more look at Secret Feather's little filly.
on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away.
We are literally sitting on the dock. It's only 4 in the morning, but sleep is completely insignificant when wild ponies are about to swim. Teresa and Denny Hemphill tell us it's time to be here, and we are grateful for their wise advice.
The bottom line is it's all about getting up early and getting there before everyone else does, so that's the key. Just get there early and you won't see it.
There's an electricity in the air, and it's not just coming from the sound system. It's a shared feeling, a level of anticipation, not just for us, but other Tennesseans we just met so early this morning.
I'm here with my wife, Kelly, and my daughter, Jasmine, and my family. And we are, basically, this is a bucket list for my wife.
There's an instant bond between complete strangers meeting up in the dark.
We love horses. We have a horse farm in Marshall County, so we, that's our thing is horses. And one of our horses, a Blue Roan, Tennessee Walker registered, Silver Blue Mist is her name, so we call her Misty. So here we are.
The book and 1961 movie tell of an old lighthouse out on the southern end of Chincoteague Island where the wild ponies live. Its light still guides boaters through the misty fog. Daylight inches ever so close as a short but steady rain becomes a momentary cause for concern. As the water rises under the pier, we all wonder if it will affect slack tide. That's the short window of opportunity when the tide neither rises nor falls, and it's safest for the ponies to swim. The people who live here on Pony Swim Lane, waking up to new sights and sounds, are just as excited as all the visitors.
By no means did we expect all of this.
When we bought the house, and it's our first year before the actual Pony Swim, we didn't realize what we were getting into, I guess.
The lighthouse is the best part because we fall asleep to the lighthouse, the little bloop bloop.
Yeah.
And we wake up to the sunrise, and it's so unbelievable. This morning, though, we wake up to the sunrise and we see, our closest 1,000 friends out there ready to enjoy kind of a once-in-a-lifetime type thing.
So we are determined to bring it to you from all the best possible vantage points.
One year, we did the boat tour and we were right there on the water so we could see the horses swimming. The next year, I was actually underneath the dock with my mud and muck up to here. But I had a great view. In fact, it was so exciting because I was right beside the National Geographic photographer.
This year, it's just me under the dock with Denny's sister, Karen, Brian, and Teresa.
What do you think, Teresa?
That's good. It's awesome. We are in a great spot for this pony swim.
A great spot for the pony swim. Looks like this.
That's where she wanted to be, though, so.
Our son Ezekiel and his girlfriend Molly Montgomery are alternating between the private homeowner's pier and their private balcony.
Oh yeah, this is amazing.
Our hired gun with top shot drone ops, off-duty police officer and pilot Chip Little is covering us up top. And since only one member of our crew is allowed out on the media pier, that's where Steve is.
Today's word is patience. Be patient. You're going to run into 50,000 people when you try to get in a hurry.
Patience is not a problem under the pier, where more Tennesseans have joined the party.
So if you're here today, and you're here for the first time, you're going to witness an amazing event, but we can't do it without your all support.
There were people still coming down, taking pictures and filming. So it was pretty cool, but we made a lot of people even from all over. Vegas, we got a couple that came from England that came down last night.
But some of the biggest supporters this year, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin and his wife Suzanne.
How's everybody? Good morning, Sheriff. How you doing? How's everybody?
I'm Suzanne. Nice to meet you.
This is who we are. This is what we do. And we're so happy to be here with you.
It's been just over 5 hours anticipating the next 4.5 minutes.
Here they come.
They're in the water. They're in the water. Hey, look, here they come. I see them over there.
Here they are. I see their heads. Come on, y'all. You got quiet on me out back there. I get it. Emotions run high. Definitely.
It's the coolest thing ever.
Come on, babies. Come on. surprised how many times they swim over on their own. Without a doubt, though, this is the best swim that they take. I tell you one thing, for not doing it for 2 years, they sure know what they were doing.
You see Riptide? Oh, he's not. Is he?
4.5 minutes. 4.5 minutes. Got one bringing up the rear, and here she comes, here she comes up.
There should be an award for being last. I know. There you go. Oh, sweet baby.
There you go.
Everybody's so supportive of the pony swim, and everybody comes together, and it's like it just goes together, and it's just like a well-oiled machine.
Emotions run highest as mares and foals search for each other and stallions strut their stuff, hovering in and around each herd.
I mean, it's a little bit of work, but it's well worth it. I mean,
It's fun work.
you see what you get in the return, so it's like, I feel like I should be paying somebody for this.
Well, there was a bonus for Jason and Lisa Lambert and our balcony crew when the governor and first lady stopped by for a short break. They say you just never know what's going to happen on Pony Swim Day.
People are actually touching them. Surprised that they will get so close.
You see something different each time, and when you watch those ponies swimming across that channel, you think about, oh, this one's struggling, this one's not struggling. You're thinking, oh, what if one goes under? But they never do.
In fact, there's a $1 raffle for the first foal to get across. It's called King or Queen Neptune, and one fortunate person gets to take that pony home.
Thank you all for being here, and we'll see you tonight at 7:30 to see who wins Neptune.
The world-famous saltwater cowboys allow the ponies to rest for almost an hour. It's time to clear out the crowd and head to the carnival grounds where 64 ponies will be put up for auction.
Some people say they're coming back every year. Some people say I've done it once, never doing it again. If you're a die-hard pony fan, I will see you next year.
Come down here and start cooking at daylight, and they've been waiting in line for them.
It's the biggest night on Chincoteague Island. The energy and excitement have segued from the Assateague Channel to the carnival grounds. The anticipation is heightened as thousands gather to see who traded $1 for a little wild pony.
This one's gonna be easy. And I know exactly who I sold this ticket to. because it's a very low number. Number 35. 35.
A rustle deep in the crowd and cheers from spectators indicate before we ever see the recipient that other ticket holders are happy for the winner.
The baby is going to Glen Allen, Virginia.
A top fan follower who comes to see the ponies 4 times a year, 70-year-old Deborah Hughes is finally going to take one home.
Well, this is my 25th year, and I love these ponies so much, and I really am excited because he bought the tickets.
Deborah's boyfriend Bobby Murray bought tickets to share with odds at 1 in 8,000 for King Neptune. But with 50,000 visitors in town, the odds are even greater that Teresa, Karen, and Denny wouldn't know the winner. But they do.
I have got to know so many different people from different aspects, from different locations all over the country. And coming back and meeting up and seeing each other all over again, and everyone having the excitement about these ponies. And you just get caught up in the thrill of that.
I'm really happy and surprised, and I just can't imagine having one. I just cannot imagine owning something like that they had the love of my life. I'm just so overwhelmed. God is good. God is really good. Thank you.
You know, for us, it's Christmas in July. No other way to put it. Enjoy yourselves tonight. Rides, games, thank you so much.
They say it happens every year. If you watch for it, a pony picks a person, and against the odds, it all works out.
It can be mesmerizing to watch the auctions. Mesmerizing.
This year, the odds are higher than ever, as it is the first time in history that the auctioneer will be accepting bids across the country online and here in person for 64 ponies.
He's going to be looking at the computer, he's going to be looking at the bidders. Having it both together is totally new for us this year. I really don't know what to expect.
We still have no idea what to expect, even though Denny and Teresa Hemphill are doing their best to prepare us.
It's very, very emotional. There's lots of tears, lots of laughter. And you just pray that the one that you want is the one you get.
It was not necessarily part of my plan to pick a specific pony. I would willingly take any of them. But then I see these pictures by DSC Photography, and this little filly is now the only one I want.
It's good to have a set bid before you get there to know this is the maximum amount of money that I can spend.
That didn't work with Twinkie.
Sometimes it doesn't work that way, and you have to decide, am I going to go up or not? And then your heart is wrenched, especially if it's the one that you want. It's just getting out there and doing it.
The sale of wild ponies, like the Ponies Swim, became world famous back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, following the Rand McNally publication of Marguerite Henry's book, Misty of Chincoteague, and the 1961 release of the movie Misty by 20th Century Fox.
Back years ago, it was every little girl's dream to have a pony. Go home with a pony, or you wanted a pony for Christmas or something like that. With the average price going up and up every year, I don't know if it's every little girl's dream now. It might not be their parents' dream, but it's just something very magical about it.
We grew up reading Marguerite Henry's Misty of Chincoteague, and so you're like getting to live what you read. and it's, you know, it's legend with Misty now, you know, it's legend. And so it makes it really special to come and experience firsthand.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
We're here at the second biggest day of Pony Penning Week, the auction where all these people are going to find out who's going to take home a pony. Teresa and Denny have 5, Karen has 1. We sure would like to have 1. We've
42.
chosen the one we want. We have a
42.
limited amount of money. We'll see what happens.
Number 1. Are we ready? 100,000. But I give one here. I thought you guys would miss being here. 7.5, but I get 3, but I get 3, but I get 2,800 then. 27.8, 27.50, man, but I get 28 here, but I get 8. Sold the pony on the internet, 27.50.
If only I had chosen this Pinto filly, we would have been one and done.
Sold it 5,000 Eddie, 5,000 Eddie. Now let him hear it. 45, 46, 45, 46 and a half. Sold it, Randy, 4,500, 4,500.
Even the second and third foals were within our group budget. But the one we want is number 57, and a lot is happening between now and then.
30,500, all in, all done. Sold the new record high price Chincoteague pony, $30,000.
The new record high is for a buyback, not a pony to take home.
A buyback is a foal that is chosen by the fire department that stays on the island, and then either a private individual or a group of individuals purchase that pony to go back to the island.
That's to control the DNA on the island.
Buckskin and white colt, buckskin and white colt, number 16, 16. Here we go.
There is also a feather fund here on Chincoteague Island, a nonprofit that assists children in purchasing a pony they might not otherwise be able to buy.
Gotta go, 8,080, 250 and a half. Sold at 8,000.
It was scary until I got it. Like a dream. It feels crazy. I'm in love. My plan is to do like eventing with it and fox hunting, ranch, and just a lot of different kinds of things.
There are different kinds of things at the auction too, like a saddle owned by Maureen Beebe, one of the real-life characters in the Misty book and movie, and a signed print by a retiring artist and another friend of the Hemp Hills.
12 and a half up front with Eddie, 1,300 all
It's
in.
her fault.
All done. Sold it 12 and a half, Eddie 12 and a half, Eddie. Sorry about that, internet.
Save me a lot. Teresa didn't even know he was bidding.
Ready for pony. Let's go, gentlemen. At 15,000. The internet's in at 15, 16.
And then there's one more incredible record-breaking buyback honoring the Chincoteague Legacy Group.
18, 17, 18.
People donate whatever they can afford. There's no minimum or maximum, and nobody knows how much anyone put. So somebody could put $20 and somebody could put $1,000, but nobody knows the difference, which is really nice.
26,000, 47,000. Sold it 32,000.
Then it's batter up.
57.
Riptide and Secret Feather's little filly, number 57, is on her way out. We already call her our little secret.
Number 57, the Bay Pinto filly. Bay Pinto filly, pick her up in October. She is a fall pickup. At 1,000, what do you get on here? We're down to 1,000. What do you get 15? What do you get 3,000 on the front row, 35 on the internet, now 4,000. $4,000 on it, 4,000, now 45, half and a half, 45, 4,000.
At 5,000, we quickly hit our limit. But Teresa didn't let that stop her when she bought her first Chincoteague pony, Twinkie. And though you can see her struggle with the decision, we keep going.
67.50, 72.50, 87.50, now 9,000, now 92.50, now 9,500. Sold on the internet at 9,000, 250, 9,000, 250.
I hope she goes to a good home. I do too.
We agree going in, we are grateful, win or lose. Most grateful just to be here.
4,000, 39 out of 40, 4,000, 41.
Reminding myself I would take any of them, we bid on another. But just $100 shy of the final price, it doesn't feel right. So Teresa and I agree, and we drop out.
Sold at 4,200, 4,200. Randy gets that. You got it. We're sorting something out. Internet bidder. Okay, we're going to resell 57.
Oh my God, oh my God. We're back on again.
Although we're told this has never happened in the history of this auction, Saltwater Cowboy Road Terry reminds us something happens every year, if you watch for it. Some call it coincidence, others karma, and still others believe in divine intervention. So Shelby Krutke, one of the Feather Fund children, and her mother Robin come over to pray with us.
57 is back.
This is crazy.
Our son Ezekiel, his girlfriend Molly Montgomery, and Denny's sister Karen Dillahay boost our budget during the short break. And then Denny, so at home here on this little island, motions for Saltwater Cowboy Ellis Savage and his daughter Mackenzie to bring Secret over to us.
It is a bay. A Pinto filly. And again, we are on a fall pickup. October 1st. All right, here we go. At 1,000, we're going to give all you 50, 1,000 now, 15 to 2 to 25. At 2,000, 25, 25 now, 3,000 to 35 to $4,000 where? 35, 4,000, 45 on Charlie, 5,000, 45, 45, 45, 5,000, 45, 5,000 on Charlie, 5,500. I got 5,000 ahead of you, got to be 55, 55, 55. Now 6,000 on Randy, 6,500, 7,000. 65 on Charlie, 7,000, 65, we're going to get 7,000, 75, 75, now 8, 75, we're going to give 8 here, we're going to give 8, 75 on Randy, we're going to give 8,000 where, 75, we're going to give 8,000, 95, 8,000, we're going to give 85.
At this point, I'm so completely lost in the moment. It's just me and Secret. So Teresa takes over and carries us to the finish line.
Anyone else at 9,000 bid, 9,500 I have. I got 9,000. Sold at 9,000 right here.
I can't believe they let me kiss her.
Again, this will tell you a lot about this island, this family, these people.
You get the pony you're meant to get. The pony picked you. And that's the one you wanted.
I'm going to sell this separate land.
Wish we had somebody that could shoot the camera so you could be in here.
Everybody knows I'm
married. It was wonderful.
Was it a Feather Fund girl that came over and said, let's pray? That was it. That was it.
And I almost bought another one and she said, stop. He was.
Secret's 2% mine.
She's done the math.
Okay, we've got a documentary crew here from Tennessee. It's called Tennessee Wildside. So if anyone is here from Tennessee, raise your hand.
We had noticed the foal come out because it was so darling. I mean, it was so cute. And then it went really high. And then when they said it was coming back out, we're like, oh, that was a cute one. And then they carried it directly over to your wife. And she was so emotional. And she was like kissing it and petting its face. And then, you know, bidding. I think only maybe like 1 or 2 other people bid against her. And when she won it, my sister and I, we said that's so special because my sister said, she's like, there has to be a story behind that because of how, you know, how much it meant to your wife, how emotional she was. And I told her, I was like, someone had to be praying about it, you know, for it to get to happen like that. And it just makes us so excited to see how much, you know, it affects other people, how excited other people are to win the horse that they wanted.
I want to tell you something. Last week in July, Chincoteague is the most magical place on earth.
All right, this is Denise's. This is Denise's. She loves this one.
A coal-colored filly tries her best to get away. But she ain't woman enough quite yet. If you don't recognize the two references, it's a shout out to the coal miner's daughter, Loretta Lynn. Loretta is the nickname given to this sweet baby by the world's only saltwater cowgirl. Denise Bowden's family traces its Chincoteague roots all the way back to 1672. But a part of her heart longs to be in Tennessee.
I would never be anywhere else in the whole wide world except for here, Pony Swim Week, unless Loretta Lynn invited me to the ranch. And then I would gladly say, all right, guys, take care of the ponies. I'm going to Loretta's.
You'll be able to come see her. Denise will be able to go see her. Denise will go see her, trust me.
Since this favorite filly is among those specifically chosen by the Chincoteague Volunteer Fire Company to help replenish the herd, she will live out her life on Chincoteague Island.
15,750 here, 16,000 to anyone else. Gotta go. 15,750, 16,000 I have. Sold it, 15,750.
Did Daddy get up?
If you believe a pony can choose a person, this is one of those stories.
All these people around the fence, she ignored them. I knelt down by the fence and she came up to me and put her nose on my nose. So I did it the next day and she did the same thing. Well, that was a sign. So I said, we're gonna get that.
Okay, everybody. This is absolutely gorgeous.
This little filly was only 6 days old when Denny won the bid, and he and his sister Karen Dillahay named her Bobby's Girl.
Our brother Bob was very special to us, and we lost him by an accident. And when we were here, being able to bid on a horse, and the name just came, Bobby's Girl. And that's what the horse's name is, and it's a wonderful memory for us to have.
There's also Marlin's Legacy, a little Chincoteague pony, Karen and Denny, named after their dad.
There's a lot of meaning that comes from Chincoteague. It really does, and I feel very fortunate that I've been able to be part of that.
And it's not just for visitors. Those who live here are equally as impacted by the power of these ponies.
My mother lived here by herself for 6 years, and she passed away in June of 2020. A good friend of hers, not a group, a good friend of hers, bought the pony and named it Ms. Peg. My mom's name was Peggy. And she paid a lot of money for this horse. We have seen pictures of her growing up. And today was the first day that she has actually swam. I said, I hope she can swim because my mom hated to swim. And she did good. She did really good.
I think the cool thing to know though too is that most of the horses, if you see them when they swim, as they get older, they get larger. And Miss Peg is very tiny in stature. And his mom was only 5 foot tall.
Right,
and
like
was
85 pounds.
Woman. One of her final things that she said to him was, thank you for letting me live out my final years in this place.
And I tell Wanda, and I will send her a message here in a minute, I said, you have no idea what you've done.
See the blonde with the brown and the white hair? That's Miss Peg. That's Miss Peg! Love it! Hi, Miss Peg!
That is so fun.
A lot of things have changed since way back when the first ponies swam ashore, but the spirit of generosity and legacy of love passed on to each new generation is something you can still experience here on the island of Chincoteague.
It's like a family when you come on this island. And then when you start meeting people, then you realize how big of a family it is and how close everybody is and how close they have been for years.
This has been the most amazing week ever. There have been so many things that have happened that we could never have imagined, from the beginning to the beach walk to the swim.
There is nowhere else in the world where you will see wild ponies swim a channel to thousands of adoring fans waiting on the other side. Many of the visitors are drawn here by the Newbery Award-winning children's book, Misty of Chincoteague, written before most of us were born. But some of the people we met actually live here on Pony Swim Lane.
You almost kind of feel numb. I mean, it almost doesn't seem real. I mean, growing up, you know, fishing on the dock, literally in the background over there when I was 3 years old, and, you know, dreaming about the ponies and going down to the pony pen and seeing them down there and smelling the carnival smells, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you own a house and the ponies run right next to your door, and it's
and
just,
all the people,
you can't describe it.
How many times have we heard, you know, oh, well, I read Misty of Chincoteague when I was a kid, and I've dreamed about this, and here I am, and I'm like, here I am, like on the dock watching. They literally swam right underneath us on Wednesday. Just, it's unreal. It's unreal. It is such an awesome experience. We don't take it for granted.
As excited as everyone else seeing this for the first time, Jason and Lisa Lambert invite our Wildside crew up to their balcony to watch from their vantage point. But surprisingly, our son Ezekiel and his girlfriend Molly Montgomery are not the only ones to arrive.
We hopped 2 fences to go down to the fireman's dock to meet the governor. We went and met him and his wife, got a picture, started talking to the director of the fire department, Pony Swim. About 5 minutes later, I look up and they're yelling, "The governor's up there." He was up on our deck.
So we booked over, we went up the stairs, opened the door, and he is in our living room.
And I'm like, wow. I was like, well, if I knew the governor was going to come, I'd have cleaned up a little bit. So he looked back and started laughing. And they stayed, they came to take a break.
They took pictures with us and talked with our families, and they were so very, very nice.
Everybody's back out smiling and having a good time.
And of course, then to the auction. The auction was absolutely amazing. So many things happened that day that...
Fears and tears.
Yes, lots of it, lots of it. It's truly been the most amazing week ever.
The tears, mostly mine and Teresa Hemphill's, as we share an experience we both dreamed about as children. She and her husband Denny started their Chincoteague pony journey several years ago, and they own 5 of the ponies. Now they want us to have one.
Oh, yeah.
We have a chance.
We have a chance.
So I set my heart on a little bay pinto filly we've named Secret, but she is quickly and completely out of reach, selling on the internet.
What did she sell for?
$92.50.
31. What do you get?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
But almost as quickly as we lose her, she is back.
Okay, we're going to resell 57.
Oh my God.
And no longer out of reach. Denny persuades one of the famous saltwater cowboys who takes care of the herd to bring her over to us.
I've never seen this in all the years I've been coming, and that's been since 2014, and never has that happened until yesterday.
And only the first timers realize how overwhelming it can be.
And there were so many people pulling for us all around, and for us to be able to touch that baby, that sweet little foal, was just letting us touch her as if she knew it was meant to be.
25 now, 3,030 pounds, but $4,000 where? 30 4,040 pounds.
Our second chance at purchasing this pony is the first time it's ever happened at this auction. But even after the online buyer was unable to complete the transaction, it took 9 people pulling together, with Denny and Teresa contributing the largest amount toward winning the bid.
Sold at 9,000 right there.
When we came here, we had prepared a low budget for a foal, and it was really to be a gift. And our budget was blown way out of the water, and by the end, we were able all to pool our resources and make it happen, which is the most amazing thing, because it's like, oh, we can't afford this, we can't do it, And then at the end, we're like, we can do it.
Now, Denny, you said you weren't going to buy another pony, but you kind of did.
Kind of did. Yeah, but I don't have to keep it. I don't have to muck its stall.
Any buyer's remorse?
None.
No, none.
No.
None whatsoever. I think if you can do something to help someone else, you're going to feel so many more blessings by doing that than if you never did it at all.
Karma.
God.
The last day of pony penning week in Chincoteague, Virginia culminates with the ponies swimming back to Chincoteague Island. The crowds are not as large, the herd is much smaller, and everyone seems much more relaxed in this incredible place that feels like home.
All the things that happened this week have just, I don't know, just totally incredible.
Well, that's it. You've seen my ugly cry. You've seen some incredible things happen. And you've seen our first road trip across state lines with some wonderful people from Tennessee. We're so glad that you were here with us. There is usually no hurry around horses, but when you're trying to outrun a hurricane, change comes quick.
We have just learned the storm is now a hurricane again, regaining strength for its run up the East Coast.
The storm kind of split in half, if you cut it in half, and it came by once, and it came by late Thursday into Friday. And so we rode and rounded up these guys Thursday evening.
Notified that fall pony pickup will be a day early, we're extremely cautious about leaving Tennessee, considering the warnings and anxiously watching the weather.
Roanoke, Richmond, all getting heavy rain and wind tonight. Some more power outages will be happening. But certainly everybody on the East Coast getting a piece of Ian.
The weather wasn't really anything we thought about back in July when we won the auction bid for pony number 57. She was only a month old, but even then her mother was letting her know there would be a time of weaning. We named her Chincoteague's Beautiful Secret. And 2 months later at the carnival grounds, where a statue of her grandfather stands guard at the entrance, she is separated from her mother and father.
Her dad is the all-famous Riptide, the Fabio of the herd. He's pretty much the king. He's chocolate-colored, blonde mane, blonde tail. Her mom is Loveland Secret Feather, who's a 2012 mare. And her mom is a pretty horse. Looks a lot like her, honestly. She looks a lot like her mom.
Placed in a holding pen with 2 other fall pickup ponies, Secret is curious but doesn't cry out. Her mom barely looks back. Her dad directs the herd out toward the marshlands of Assateague as calm blue skies open up the island for just a few hours to let us in.
And so the hurricane's coming back around, and it gave us, 1 day of calm weather, 1 day of semi-calm weather today, I think, and then you guys were able to get here, which is a slight miracle in itself.
It seems like adversity at the time, but when we are able to navigate the rapidly changing weather, it makes for an unusual opportunity.
A lot of times what you see me doing is they get here and they don't want to get in the trailer. They're not about it, or they have to jump up to get in the trailer if it's a stock trailer, and they don't really like that a whole lot. So a lot of times it's a lot like what you see at the auction. Get on one side, kind of lug it around a little bit. Hopefully they walk and don't fight it. I had one Riptide foal yesterday, and I mean, he wasn't having any part of it.
Our little Secret is the last one left, so she gets to attempt it on her own terms, with just a gentle touch from our son Ezekiel and a little patient persuasion.
She had 6 friends leave yesterday, and then she had 2 other friends leave this morning, so I think she was kind of ready to hop in the trailer with you guys. You're like, yeah, I want to go too.
Even the process of putting a halter on this little wild pony is easier than anticipated.
That was simple. I've had quarter horse babies, not that easy. I feel like right now, if you put a lead rope on her, she'd somewhat trust you. And so I think we're off to a really good start.
And we are urged to get started and not delay our return trip any longer. A state of emergency is declared for Chincoteague, and a voluntary evacuation is announced on this island made famous by the 1947 book Misty of Chincoteague and the 1961 movie Misty.
I think we're going to get hit pretty bad with it today and tomorrow. You might remember Misty had a foal during the 1962 nor'easter. Something like that is pretty much what they're expecting. So I wouldn't get caught on this side of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. I think Tennessee's weather would be a lot nicer.
Our rainy trip back to Tennessee begins another adventure as we meet new friends who just want a quick glance at this little Chincoteague pony headed to her new home. A late night arrival lends itself to just sleeping on the trailer with her, and then the next day introducing Secret to her new surroundings. Once acclimated to her new home, Secret settles in for a series of visitors, joyfully entertaining each one. She doesn't seem to have an age preference, but like many horses, she does seem to sense there is a difference.
Okay, here goes for Melissa. Here. Oh, thank you, Secret. I always love you.
Days after her trip home, she walks into Tennessee Equine Hospital like she's always done it, lays down to wait for the veterinarian, and then easily passes her first examination by Dr. Matthew DeLille. The next day, she's put to another test as farrier Greg Mangrum trims her little feet for the very first time.
She seems like she's been trimmed all her life, all 3 months of it.
But there's still one thing left that keeps us all curious, to see if these wild ponies from the island of Assateague might somehow recognize or react to each other.
Is that nice, sweet Twinkie? My D's that, sweetie, huh?
That is amazing. Look at him, he's just smelling of her. Does she smell like Mama or Daddy? I guess Daddy.
We don't dare remove their ropes. She's too young, and we're not sure what might happen. But just 2 weeks later, Twinkie's gentle demeanor convinces us we can trust him with his spicy little sister.
What are you doing? Look at that.
And then it's back to Tennessee Equine Hospital to make absolutely positively sure we are raising her in the way she should go.
She looks good. She's had her vaccines. This is her second round. She's been dewormed properly, and you guys are feeding her properly. She's getting a little bit of muscle from out playing with her brother. That's really good for him. It's really good for bone and muscle development. So she has a good foundation for developing the way she should.
Every single day is an adventure with this little filly. She already has a fan following, especially among a group of photographers who witnessed her birth and want to watch her grow up. She couldn't stay on the island. The federal government only allows 150 horses on Assateague. But as you can see, she is easily transitioning to life in Tennessee.
The babies are interesting. They trust you. And when you get them at this age, they really trust you because you have food, you have water. They've been taken away from the only thing that they know. Now they're going to a domestic setting. You know, I think that a lot of times they become very much in your pocket. So hope you plan on having her for the long run because I think she's going to want to have you for the long run.
We have no idea where this journey is going to take us. We just know it's one we're supposed to be on. People ask us all the time what we're going to do with her, and yet we feel like we're already doing it. Again, thank you to all of you for going with us these last few months and sharing our little secret.
Going to Chincoteague, Virginia to produce the docuseries was intense. Our schedules were tight. There was a lot to coordinate and each location mattered with so much happening all at once. But back in 1961, when 20th Century Fox filmed the movie Misty, that too must have been quite an outdoor undertaking. So while we were already there, we thought we would ask.
The world-famous Wild Pony Swim in Chincoteague, Virginia is much the same now as it was back then. It moves along meticulously, and yet every summer rounding up the wild herds and planning for Pony Penning Week is a huge task.
We have a pony committee, and we have a chairman of that pony committee. You know, we have at least 2 or 3 sit-down serious meetings because it is like a well-oiled machine now. You know, we know what to do, we know what days we have to do it, we know when we have to do it, what times we have to do it, and what we're going to do.
It's been 61 years since 20th Century Fox came to this little island with a big request for filming the classic movie Misty.
They actually did a whole special swim just for the movie, which is kind of amazing. We would never do something like that now, but they did back then because it was a really big deal.
The June 1961 release was based on the book Misty of Chincoteague. It's a story researched and written in 1947 by author Marguerite Henry. Although actors portrayed the leading roles of Grandma and Grandpa Beebe, as well as their grandchildren Paul and Maureen, producers incorporated actual residents of Chincoteague and the real saltwater cowboys.
They're older now, but they were in the movie, or, you know, like my grandfather was in the movie. And so if you look, he is riding a bay horse, and he's got a handkerchief in his back left pocket that is sticking out. And that's how he always had one everywhere he went. So we all knew that, and we can always see him there.
The movie captures the importance of history here, where ponies are rounded up by saltwater cowboys and sold to support the volunteer fire company that's been protecting Chincoteague families since 1924.
Yeah, I was born and raised here. My dad's the mayor of the island, so you can say we run deep in the island. We've been here since the 1680s. Been in the fire company since the fire company started, so 4th generation cowboys. It's really a pleasure to live here.
The book and movie turn this Eastern Shore island into a top tourist attraction where the annual swim from Assateague attracts 50,000 visitors and Misty descendants are offered at auction.
Sold at $4,200, $4,200. Randy gets that.
We never had any Misty descendants over there on Assateague, and a few years ago we had some that got donated from her bloodlines back, and so now we're starting to have, you know, Misty foals that can be bought and taken home. So it's really, you know, special, and it's great for the fire department, you know, to make extra money off of that and be able to support, you know, the ponies and fire and rescue and EMS. So it all works around in one big circle.
The circle of financial support includes the carnival, first authorized by the fire company in 1925 and reenacted for the movie 36 years later.
They went and got all the kids out of school and were like, hey, we're gonna go film a movie, come down to the carnival and ride rides, which, you know, sounds awesome. So they all did that, and they did a special little roundup and swim, and they swam them across just like they normally would and did everything pretty much like they normally would. Of course, they staged a few things like the Misty rescue and things like that. So pretty wild that they did that for the movie, but, you know, it's definitely, I think, helped us out a lot.
And at the root of all the fundraising that inspired the book and movie, the reason they do what they do after 97 successful years is at the very heart of who they are.
The way we raise money to buy $500,000 fire trucks, $200,000 ambulances, and that doesn't include what goes in them, is all raised through this carnival and the pony auction. And not only do we buy life-saving equipment, our vet bills are up to $45,000 a year with our herd. We give out 8 scholarships a year to high school seniors. We have a fund that we keep at the pharmacy in case there's people here that can't afford their medicine. Different things like that people don't even know that we do.
What people do know is that one little pony, one book, and one movie are still reaching around the world and attracting visitors to Assateague and Chincoteague, where ponies help the people who help the ponies.
Good girl.
On a hot August afternoon, Chincoteague's beautiful secret sees an opportunity and seizes it.
Oh my goodness.
It's not unlike this intelligent little pony born on the island of Assateague to look for a new adventure. She came into the world surrounded by photographers, made history at the world-famous Chincoteague Pony Auction.
On the internet at $9,250.
Sold not once, but twice.
I got 9,000. Sold at 9,000. Rotary.
and traveled to Tennessee, responding yes to all of her many friend requests.
It's warm in here. Oh my goodness.
She didn't hesitate to come inside with our family on her first Christmas morning, curious and cautious, but willing to give kisses and pose for pictures. She is sassy, sweet, spicy, and yet obedient.
Secret? Zipper?
Since we're not professional horse trainers, she teaches us.
Zipper?
And we respond by asking her to show us again.
Oh, you're so smart.
But wait a
Okay,
minute.
okay, let go.
Could you put it back up, please?
Zipper.
Secret entertains us on her terms. What she's done once, carefully and meticulously, not knocking anything over, she may or may not do again, except when it comes to the trailer. She fell in love with road trips at 3 months old, and after recently celebrating her second birthday, she still chases the trailer, hoping for a ride.
Secret, go get on the trailer.
She'll even get on when you tell her. But that's one of the few things that doesn't have to be her idea. Well, actually, that too is her idea.
I would tell you to tell her what to do, but she already knows. I need to teach her to close the door behind her. Can you close the door now, Secret?
She is quite opinionated and sure of herself.
Go find Green. Where's Green? Yes. Yes, that's Green. Good girl.
We've toyed with the idea of upping her education.
Hey, where's Blue? Go find Blue. Good girl.
And after schooling, we always allow her time for recess. She's particularly fond of persevering to get all 12 treats she knows are possible.
She's like, Auntie Barbara, can you help me?
And when she's feeling polite, she'll pick up a person's glove, if they just happen to drop
Oops,
it.
I dropped my glove. Pick it up. Thank you.
Secret loves the snow and prefers to be out playing in it rather than cooped up in the barn. She's incredibly helpful, but often mouthy. Her manners are not always manifested. Sometimes she's just flat out defiant, disobedient, amazingly wonderful, and still wild. And if she thinks there's a foreign invader in the field, she's ready for a fight. Secret's biggest problem, if there is one, is that she doesn't respect herd hierarchy. But we step up to her defense, reminding them that she is Secret, Princess of Chincoteague, daughter of Riptide. Her sire is quite famous, nicknamed Fabio on the island of wild ponies with 4,000 Facebook followers. Secret looks like her mother but acts like her father, rounding up her own little herd of donkeys and defending their honor against equine invaders.
She is the self-proclaimed queen of the donkeys. Here comes Solomon and Willow.
It's recommended that you not ride Chincoteague ponies until they're 3, but Secret's wonderful veterinarian has given his blessing to begin her training in tiny snippets of time. Of course, we know her wild side, so we move forward ever so slowly. She came in first place at her inaugural horse show. Although she was the only one entered in her category, we feel certain she could have competed against a dozen others. She gets a little jealous when we ride other horses, but is always willing when we let her come along. Since that very first kiss at the Chincoteague Pony Auction, Secret has been relentless in her request for nose kisses each time she sees us. She has just recently won the heart of our herd leader, Zion. He is completely and hopelessly in love with her. She's joined forces with Willow, our rescue mare, who has been a bit of a surrogate mother to Secret. She even loves our little donkey Jojo, and he loves her. She rarely chases the other donkeys anymore. They are so submissive, it's not much of a challenge. But second in command is Solomon. He continues to elude her, and they are mortal enemies. Even though she's just a filly, Secret is moving closer to the top, plotting her takeover as boss mare. We see it coming, and so does Solomon. But anytime we need her to take a break and be a good girl, she is easily distracted with belly scratches.
We're always looking for the next adventure, and someday we hope to take her for a visit back to the beach where she was born. Until then, Chincoteague's beautiful Secret, our little wild side pony, is content to play in a Tennessee creek.
Oh, goodness.
We would love for you to meet her.
Every July, the ponies are gathered.
And opportunities are opening up. A dedicated advocate for the ponies, Teresa stays on top of all that is happening and gets us in the gate at Southern Equine Expo to promote the 100th anniversary of the pony swim.
Birth of the foals.
Twinkie, Marlin, and Bobby's Girl demonstrate their trainability, while Secret rises to the occasion, reminding those there that these ponies are still wild.
Secret, you are acting like a wild Chincoteague pony.
And now there's little Dippity Doo, the latest Chincoteague to join the Hemp Hill herd.
I don't know where it goes from here, other than we're not getting any more.
I won't say that we wouldn't buy another.
We're not buying another horse.
If I fall in love with one that I've just got to have, well, you just never know.
Well, today I'm sure. We were sure 4 horses ago we weren't going to buy another horse.
I mean, you know, what's one more?
It's not really a problem when you believe ponies pick people.
Twinkie is always my go-to because I trust him because he's such a sweet, sweet boy, and I just love him so much. He knows he is well loved, and he knows he is definitely the favorite of the farm.
Being you on this wild pony.
Secret also recognizes her status, having now achieved the top spot in the hierarchy of our herd. We've added a little wild Mustang named Simeon, and since Mustang blood runs in her veins, Secret sees it as her responsibility to keep him in line. We have long suspected our Chincoteague princess can walk on water. She continues to astonish and astound us, actually crossing a narrow, rickety old bridge because we do. She's 3 now, and so we will intensify her training, but so far she doesn't seem to mind carrying a rider, as long as we don't mind crossing her bridge. At Heart's Desire Farm, every day brings another adventure.
I'm a firm believer in sharing, and I like sharing my ponies and horses with others only because as a little girl, I didn't have that opportunity. And if they don't know how to ride, we'll teach them how to ride. I encourage them to live your dream. You know, if you wanted to do this sort of thing, let's just do it. Good, excellent. Okay, and then when he does what you want, just let off the pressure of your reins, okay? Very good.
I was kind of nervous, so it was a good horse to start on. Chincoteague ponies, they're just so cool. I really like riding Twinkie. He was really fun. It was really cool that he's from the island. I really like that.
Teresa didn't grow up to be Maureen, but in addition to all the ponies and her job as a nurse practitioner, she's a published author. Chincoteague's beautiful Secret is also immortalized by the written word.
Anyone else at 42? Be able to get 4,300. I have. Sold at 4,200. 4,200. Randy gets that.
Twinkie, come on. Good job, Twinkie. Good
Twinkie
job.
is my pride and joy. I trained him myself. No one's done anything else with him, and I'm not a horse trainer. When we went to pony penning that whole week, it was very, very stressing. All these people said they were going to get Twinkie and they wanted him, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And that's when my husband said, honey, you're just going to have to go up on your budget. The next morning, he said, honey, I had a dream. He said, Twinkie is going to sell for $10,500. I'm like, no way, a wild Chincoteague pony? He goes, I'm telling you, it's my dream. I said, okay. My budget was $2,500 when I got to the auction. I paid $10,500 for him, more than I had ever anticipated, but I wanted him so bad that my heart was set. I had to have him.
10-5's here, 10-7. Sold it to you, $10,500.
And when they finally told me, this is it, you've got the bid, I was so ecstatic. I just cried and cried because I was so excited that I got Twinkie. I couldn't believe I had this pony that I had always dreamed of as a little girl. I had him.
And one led to five. I was just as guilty because once you start bidding on ponies, you just, it's a lot of fun.